Hey, how's it going? It's been a while since I put a podcast out. I was feeling like I had some energy. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me make a new podcast. And I realized actually I had something in mind that I was going to talk about, but I just decided to throw it all out of the window because I just went through a McDonald's and I just wanted to talk about it. Pardon me, I burped there. So I'm like, I'm out here just like, let me just get a little bit of McDonald's, no worries. And so I drive over here and the line is super long of just cars just sitting there blocking the pathway in the street. And I'm just like, okay, fine. I'm just going to join the crowd. I'll be in line. And I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally get up to the little speaker box, and they're like, "Hi, would you like to use the mobile app?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have a code." And they're like, "Okay, what's the code?" And I forgot what it is. Let's just say it was 1955. Tell them the code. Okay, large fry? Yeah, large fry. Okay. And I'm like, all right, yeah, let me get a small Coke, no ice, and let me get a McDouble, Sounds doable. So do that, move forward, finally get up to the first line where you actually see a human. And I just feel like it's the same lady. I'm always here. She says, "For Charles?" And she just looked at me and said, "For Charles?" I'm like, yeah. That's one thing I don't like. I'm not here because I want people to know I'm here. I just want my food and I want to get out of here. You know what I mean? Please don't say my name when you see me. Okay? All right. So anyways, it's fine. It's all right. And so I pay, move on, have a good day. And then I feel like she looked at me like a little bit too long after she said have a good day. Like she's still just staring at me. And I'm like it was just like a little bit too long. Like, is she going to say something else? Am I supposed to say, maybe she wants me to say something? I wasn't sure. Anyways, I just was like, okay, thank you. And I drove up. Then I finally get to the best part, right? The best part. It's the second window. That's where I'm supposed to get the food. I noticed the car ahead of me. The guy working at McDonald's hands the guy a bag, and for some reason, the guy in the driver's seat was handing his bag back through the window, giving it to the guy who's working that window at McDonald's. And I'm like thinking, man, he better not be handing him my bag. What, did you hand him my bag and the guy goes through it? Oh, this isn't mine, Man. Anyway, so the guy, as soon as I see the guy in the window, and I'm not making this up, he just looks at me and he's already confused. And he's like, "What was your order?" And I kind of like paused for a second because one, I was irritated because I'm like, don't you guys have a system here? I mean, how long's McDonald's been running? Like 100 years? Are you telling me that I need to tell you what my order is? Why? Come on, man. I'm sure you have like 1 million screens in there. You have the order number. You have my name. They already said my name from earlier. Anyway, so some time went by and I was like, then I got kind of irritated because I'm like, man, I don't even remember what I ordered. Why are you going to ask me what I ordered? Like, it should already be in your guys' system. So then I was like, yeah, I had a large fry, McDouble, small drink. And I think before I even said small drink, he just walked away. Like he walked away and just started trying to find the order. Then he was like looking panicked, And I'm like, what is going on? And while all this has been happening, the whole time I'm just looking over my shoulder, like both shoulders, because there's a guy outside just running back and forth. And I don't want to be rude or anything, but I think he might have had a little bit of drugs in his system. He's literally running back and forth, and I'm like, where's he going? And then I'm locking my door because, man, I mean, what you're gonna open my door? Nah, man, that ain't gonna happen. But the guy just constantly back and forth, and his expression is just like, it's not pleasant. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and anyway, so that's happening more and more, and the weird thing is, like, when I started looking at the guy working at McDonald's, like, he had this, all of a sudden he had like the same expression on his face that the guy had who was just out there running back and forth, and and I'm like, man. So finally the guy goes, oh, this should be your order, and I'm like, sorry, buddy. There's something I don't like about what you just said there. What do you mean should be? Those two words, I don't like those words. This should be it. Hands it to me like he's just like he doesn't want to take the time to have customer service, you know. Anyways, he hands it to me. It is my order, so that's fine. No worries. So he was like 65% sure that it was mine. He was right. So then after that, he starts looking around like he's either confused or like he like smelled something bad. And I'm like thinking, bro, just give me my small Coke, man. So he finally, and he starts walking around. I'm like, man, how big is this McDonald's? Like, where are you going? Don't tell me you don't have a Coke machine right nearby. Did I call it? I think I just call it a Coke machine, but you know, soft drink machine. I don't know what they're called, but why are you going into the lobby of the restaurant? Yeah, and it's not. I don't know. It's not a restaurant, but I don't think they really have a lobby, anyways. But so he finally comes back. He pours the drink. He puts ice in it, but I said no ice, and he gives me a large. Now he gave me a large probably because of the inconvenience, maybe the long wait. But I didn't really want a large. I would have rather he just made the small Coke with no ice. I don't like ice in my soda. I don't know how many times I have to talk about this, but I'll try not to talk about it too much. So he gives me the drink. Then I started looking at it, and like the color of this drink, I was like, man, this better not be iced tea. Man, I really sound like I'm just such a ungrateful, chubby complainer. And I don't know. I'm honestly, it's just joking. I'm just joking. It was a long day. It was a long week. I mean, honestly, this is all of this happened. All of this, I'm pretty sure everything that I just said was accurate. Except that I ordered 2 quarter pounders. No, I'm just kidding. And but man, it's just been a long week, man. Okay, so the first thing that I had in my mind that I was going to talk about, which does tie into this podcast, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, is because I wanted to be able to get better at public speaking. You know, see, I almost just did it. I almost did the whole thing. That's one of them. I want to stop saying and I want to be able to make sure I'm using like tones and what do they call it, inflections in my voice. Okay, because let me just share this. I work in IT, right? So I work with computers. I work with computers and people, and so, you know, common thing now is like, oh, let's get on a Teams call, and you know, we need to have a meeting. It's all through Teams, and oh, do we need to record this meeting? Because, you know, we're gonna have to watch this, 50 days from now, so we don't want to forget what we talked about. And every video, every recording expires after like 40 days. So anyways, I had to meet with this coworker. She's super nice, super cool. We're going through something. I'm sharing my screen. We're trying to figure something out. I'm doing this. I'm clicking this button and doing that. And then finally we finish the call, and I go back and I have to rewatch the video. And man, my voice was just so boring. It was like, so are you saying that you clicked here, and so after you clicked here, you clicked this button? Is that right? And then did you change the tax status more than once? And what event did you select when you did that? And oh man, when I was listening to my voice, I just felt so like, wow. Like I was just like, I've heard people say like, Charles, I don't know if you really know this, Charles, but you have somewhat of a monotone voice. And then they laugh because to them it's funny. But anyways, when I heard it, I was like, wow, that is sad. Like I felt sad listening to my voice, and then I felt kind of like tired, and then I just started thinking, what does this sound like to the other person? So I sent a message to the other person that I was talking to, and I was like, hey, by the way, I listened back to the recording, and my voice was so boring and so monotone. I just can't believe it. And she didn't really say anything. She just kind of like put a laughing emoji, because that's what you do now. You could just react with an emoji. And then she says, oh, I didn't take it that way. I'm not sure why I'm trying to do her voice. Anyway, she just says, I didn't really take it that way. I just figured, you're actually really patient and willing to work with us, and patient enough to take the time to go through it and try to figure this out. And I was like, I appreciate that. But anyways, that's one thing that I feel like actually when I'm telling this story, like when I'm doing this podcast, I feel like my voice is not monotone like that, like how it was in the office. So I don't know. I guess that's just one thing I want to work on. I want to be able to speak clearly. I want to be able to speak confidently and have use the right type of tones and inflection. Honestly, sometimes I don't know if you guys ever like have to read out loud, but sometimes I'll have to read something out loud, and afterwards I just think, what did I just read? Like, really, what did I read right now? Like, and if anyone was listening to me, like, do they know what I said? Because sometimes I feel like I pause in the wrong spot, or I instead of like ending a sentence, I just run it through the next sentence like it's two long sentences. And I don't know, it just, I think some people actually have an ability to like read in a way that obviously you understand what they're saying. I don't know. And they're just they can be very like engaging with their voice. I think that's what I'm getting at. And so I just no, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Let's see what else happened this week. Let me think. You know what? I think I'm just gonna wrap it up there. I haven't posted any of these podcasts in a while. My excuse is that things got really busy, things got really hectic. But it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna post this now, and hopefully one day someone will listen to it. All right, thanks for listening. Have a good day.